Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian. Hello! Can you hear me? I hope you can. This live stream is already going super well now, isn't it? Haha! Just waiting for people to come in. Oh, we already have a like, so that's good, I guess. Hello! Brian217. Hello, Soundwave Superior 23. Hello, V Revolticon. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm so used to, I think it's Discord or something will tell you, hey, you're talking because the volume changes. But right now I'm seeing is oh, okay, good. Good. Okay, that's good. Okay. Anyways, today we are going to make a Papercraft Soundwave. As you can see, these are definitely not Soundwave. I just brought these in because they're kind of relevant to the topic. Hello, the TFN. Hello, Wilder Stop Motions. So if you see my previous haul, you'll know that I got a Masterpiece Soundwave, which is kind of funny because I just printed off the Papercraft Soundwave that we're going to talk about in a second. Beautiful figure, probably my favorite Masterpiece going on right now. But what's interesting is it's got a little label on the side saying TF Fanbase Advisory. And I'm just thinking, was this made for me? But anyways, yeah, pretty cool. I like that figure a lot. I'm happy with my Sky Shadow, my G1 Shockwave. Chromar's pretty cool. And in case you're wondering, because when I did the toy haul, I didn't open them up. Here's the Chromar, and unlike the Bolt Matrix thing, the head's not glued in, so it does turn fine. Interesting story about my toy haul, if you've seen it. I mentioned that I grabbed a bunch of parts for Bionicle sets or Bionicle mocks. And usually I'll try to complete a Bionicle set if I can. And what I noticed is I had enough parts to make most of a Levac cow. All I was missing was a 5x axle and the claws that came with it. And I went digging through my parts haul, and in the smaller bags I had a 5x axle, so I was able to replace that. I knew I had one of the claws, and I just need to find another one. So I went digging through my parts bin, and I thought, okay, there's probably not going to be another one. I probably don't have another spare one. I had a spare one. So now I have a complete Levac cow, which is awesome. I love Bionicle a lot. And this is one of the sets I wanted for years but never got. So that's pretty cool. I also have the original Levac too. And I saw a Krana cow, which is these things that you put inside these trays. Like that. I saw that the parts haul had one in blue. It was the wrong one, so I thought, oh, okay, well, it's fine, whatever. Some of my Borax don't really have the Kranas, until I realized that the parts haul had the correct Krana. But what's also funny is I have a spare Krana for Levac Cal that's in the same color and same design, because you could get one of 8 different Kranas, and it was the correct one either way. And then I also noticed that there was most of a Hafu figure, but it didn't have the mask. So I thought, okay, well, I'll keep it around still and see if I can find the mask. Then I realized I had this one sitting on the shelf the entire time, and it is the correct mask. So I have a complete Hafu set. And then also I had one piece away from completing a Coolest, so now I have that too. Anyways, you probably don't care about that. We are going to do a Papercraft thing. I'm also going to mention that tomorrow, I think, I will upload the video for the Transformers card games. I already filmed that. It's probably not going to be super exciting, but if you guys are into it, there you go. I think I messed up on the Soundwave image itself, which is fine. It's not too big of a deal. I'm just going to check back on the original image. No, okay. I noticed that some of the lines on the Soundwave are a little bit off. Where the hell am I going to? Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's the Papercraft Soundwave sheet. We're going to print that out and cut it out and stuff. By the way, it's been a while since I've done one of these live streams. Actually, it's been a while since I've done videos in general, mostly because I wanted to keep the files open for the Toy Fair. Anyways, so Wave 4, I did that. I posted that. It's mostly repaints, but it was going to be for October anyways because it was going to be the Halloween haul or wave. I know it's been a while since I've done videos on these, but I'm trying to catch up. I did a lot of toy reviews, but anyways, so Wave 4 had the Night Prowler Devastator in green. It was the movie design, and Nemesis Prime. But now already we're going to skip to Wave 5, and we're going to do stuff with that. So Wave 5 is going to have, who's this guy? Iron Fist. I completely forgot his name for a second there. And it also has Soundwave, Armada Optimus Prime, and Armada Jetfire. Now, Jetfire is still in the works, so this wave has not been released on the blog itself. I do have a blog for it. So if you want to check out on that, there you go. You'll have to look through some of my previous videos because I forgot to put a link in the description. Just search up my Papercraft stuff. But anyways, so yes, there's an Iron Fist figure, and we're doing the Soundwave. And the reason why I brought out the smoke screen is because I made minicons. And now I've got the minicon for smokescreen done, and I printed that off with Soundwave, so we're going to cut that out first. So technically, this is Soundwave, Buzzsaw, and Lifter, because I also decided to add Buzzsaw into the page. But let's go ahead and cut out the Lifter figure. And when I release the Soundwave, he's not going to include the Lifter, so don't worry about that. I noticed that the black is kind of off on this. I think my printer was messing up, but it won't be too big of a deal. Anyways, so let's cut that out. There's the Lifter. So how are you guys doing? Let's see. Let me kind of concentrate on this just for a second. There is one thing I want to mention to everyone. Do not go to my messages on Twitter, Discord, or whatever and just say, hi, how are you doing? And then leave it at that. Because I will likely not respond back. If it's not important and you're messaging my social media accounts, I'm probably not going to respond. I know that sounds like a douchey thing. It's like, oh, they're just saying hi to you. The least you could do is say hi back. I'm sorry, it's just usually I keep that stuff for more important stuff. I usually keep that open to people who have complaints about something or want to bring up something. It's a little more important than just saying hi. It's not like it's the worst thing in the world, of course. I mean, I'm not gonna block anyone who says hi. It's just I'm telling you guys, if you're going to my messages, have something to say, Which, by the way, I don't know where this rumor is coming that I block people all of a sudden. The only people who I block are people who deserve it. Anyone who's purposely trying to be a douchebag or and it really just depends. Or people who are spamming my messages, or people who, if I say, hey, can you please not do that, they continuously do it anyways. Because that's not cool. But as far as just because someone had said, although I corrected them, so it's not really, I'm not really exposing them if they think that. I don't know. I do have a lot of the comments held for approval, so maybe that has something to do with it. But usually they're approved. If you haven't seen your comments being approved as of recent, it's because YouTube has just been really weird about that. I go to my comment section trying to approve comments, and there's just nothing there for it. But I know I have comments because when I search up a specific word for a comment, like just a generic word, the, the comment will pop up. The problem is I don't know what comment is popping up because I don't have a notification for it or anything like that. So I'm not exactly too sure what specifically I'm looking up. I will look up the chat in a second. I'm just trying to focus on at least cutting out lifter and seeing how this works, because this is the first time I'm doing one of the minicons. So basically, the minicons are just a smaller version of the head, and instead of doing the same shape for the body, it's just a generic square shape. But the height of the body matches the height of this to scale. So let's go ahead and pull out my glue. What I have for my glue, oh, this is starting to look disgusting. What I have for my glue is I just have a paintbrush, the end of the paintbrush go down into it, and I just wipe the tab. Someone asked me, okay, what do I do with the tabs though? You glue it. It's kind of how these Papercraft things work. So the point of the Papercrafts, by the way, is I wanted to make some Transformers stuff that people can get while not taking money away from Hasbro, of course. This is just a fan thing, anyways. But I didn't know how to do a third-party thing or anything like that. So I just decided, you know what? Why don't we just do Papercraft figures? So now people can easily print out and easily make Papercrafts of some of their favorite characters. I'm trying to make stuff from different series, like G2. We've got a couple. I mean, there's one right in front of you, the Iron Fist. There's Universe Night Prowler, which is a Cheetor repaint. I tried to look for the repaints and see what I can do with that. Because I have a lot backed up. I have a purple and orange reverse version of the smoke screen that isn't technically released on the blog, but it's based on the universe colors. With the Armada Optimus Prime coming out, I also made Ultra Magnus that hopefully will come out in a future wave. In wave, I think it was 2 or 3. I think it was wave 2. I have Machine Wars Hoist that's already been repainted into multiple different figures. But yeah. So there's a Minicon, there's Lifter, and there he is with the smokescreen. So now that smokescreen is complete. I will update the smokescreen model to have Lifter in it, so you don't have to worry about cutting Soundwave or anything like that to anyone who's interested in that. But anyways, the whole point of these was I thought they were cool. It was a cool idea to have for people who really want certain characters or these figures that just anyone could have. If you knew about Night Prowler and want one, there you go. I know a lot of people wanted a Clench figure, and so I did that in wave 1. All right. Let's see. It's me, fan of Transformers anime and other stuff. Oh, okay. After what happened to Paul's stream, I was worried that the same thing would happen here. What are you talking about? Oh, Paper Soundwave. Hello to everyone coming. You have blocked me in a parallel Earth. Let's see. Hey, Brian. Do you think you'll do just minicon sets of these? I don't know. I've thought about it. Look at how tiny he is by comparison of the smokescreen. Let me bring that up. Okay, so here's the smokescreen figure, which is one of my favorite ones. Don't mind the red lines. I'm not sure what happened there, if you can even see that. But there's the Lifter by comparison. I think that's a pretty good comparison for a minicon. Yeah, I really do like that. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do plan on doing Soundwave's little cassette guys. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for Ravage and whatnot. But anyways, I do plan on doing minicons for the Optimus Prime and Jetfire as well. Are there any fans that you've met in real life that you become friends with? Not that I could think of. Like, as far as fans who became friends, I'm not sure. Just more or less people have noticed me from YouTube, mostly from the Toy Fair. That's actually kind of how I got the Soundwave for cheap, because I think the guy recognized me from YouTube and he wanted his stuff to be shown on YouTube, including that Soundwave. So yeah. What I don't know what's yeah, I know who Paul is, Optimus. I'm not sure what you're referring to. What happened on his stream? All right, just take another drink. So yeah, the Soundwave, Jetfire, Armada Optimus Prime, and the Iron Fist figures will be available on the blog for free, of course, because it's a fan-made thing, and I didn't want to charge anyone. They'll be available next month, I believe. Okay, so let's go ahead and what I usually do for these is I cut out the individual pieces and then just set them off to the side so that I can do a proper cut. Like the arms, I'll be cut out into different pieces, like that, and like that. And then the torso will be cut out. Actually, before we do that, I usually like to just cut out my logo and put it to the side. And what I usually do is I fold the bottom like so. And now I got like 30 of these, 20 to 30 of these just hanging around. If you want to see what I do have available on the blog, I have a catalog thing with all the waves. And I've got, who do I have? Wave 1 has Nightwatch Optimus Prime as well as the regular Optimus Prime. Also Megatron, Cheetor, which reminds me I've been watching Beast Wars, trying to get into that. There you go, B. I also have G2 Clench, and that's all Wave 1 stuff. Wave 2 is Toxictron, Smokescreen, Machine Wars Hoist, Movie Devastator, and Punch Counterpunch, which has faces on two sides, so you can get either the punch or the counterpunch in one figure. That's the Buzzsaw. I think we'll do that first. And then there's the Soundwave head. And then Wave 3 has Grimlock with two different eye color choices that you can pick through. What's the other one? Tarantulas from Beast Wars as well. We also have Movie Hound. And what was the last one? Oh, G1 Starscream, which I do plan on doing the Skywarp and Thundercracker. Actually, I have those sheets. It's just I haven't made them into a wave. Which, by the way, if you go to my Discord, there is a Papercraft section there where you can see some of the previews and even get some of the early sheets for some of the characters, or early sheets. Because usually I use Discord's links for the images. If you'll notice for the Papercraft figures, if you look at the URLs on these specific images, you'll notice that they're just the Discord links. I'm just going to take a second. I'm going to pull up on my phone the live stream so that I don't have to look back at my comments on here and I don't have to miss any of them. There we go. Live stream wasn't working. Oh, okay. LOL, call me out. Why don't you? V is a horny boy. Haha. You have been got. Oh, that's weird seeing my hand come up and then seeing it on the live stream. Ugh. That's such a weird delay. All right. Hello. Okay. It goes for infinity. Inception. Boom. All right. Now that we have this, let's go ahead and do some fooling, you fucks. Oh no. I said an F word. Is Susan going to destroy me? You should talk Shockwave for the rest of the stream. Oh no. Did you see I got the G1 Shockwave? Hey V, did you see I have the Masterpiece Soundwave now? Cut knees up, cut knees up. Da 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 da. By the way, I really like Stranger Things. I love that show. And The Simpsons did a parody for their 666th episode of Treehouse of Horror. Hello, Jason. And it sucked. It was funny because the comic book guy came in and said, "Oh, they're not even doing anything for season 3." And then they did a quick thing for season 3, but it was just the bare bones of season 3. So it wasn't really much of anything. That's gonna be kind of hard to glue in. Hello, Jason. I did not. I will be in Canada to steal it from you. Brian, very nice toy haul. I'm happy that you got G1 Shockwave and Soundwave. Thank you. Yeah, that was I was expecting to get more from the toy fair because usually I get some generation stuff. There was a skids there. I wanted to get the Studio Series Barricade so bad, but I saw that Soundwave for 185. I looked through. I had 145 left. Guy said, "You know what? I'll do it for 145. Sure, why not?" And I was like, "Okay." I bought it. Just trying to make sure the glue stays in. Okay, so we got the legs or base of the buzzsaw figure done. And we're gonna put that right up to there. And we're gonna cut up the buzzsaw. Sorry if I'm constantly like doing that. Pretty sure that was annoying now, wasn't it? Alright, let's see. I need to focus, I need to concentrate. Because the best live streams anyone ever does is when they are quiet and they are focusing. And they don't bother talking to the chat. I'm looking to get my first masterpiece figure. Which one should I get? I would recommend the Soundwave, but if it's your first, I would say maybe the Sideswipe or Prowl mold. Just because it seems like they're easier to get, they're easier to transform with. You know, I know certain people would think, oh, you get the Optimus, because the Optimus is kind of a big deal for it. But the reason why I say something like Sideswipe or Smokescreen is, or the prowl or whatever, those molds, is because they're a lot easier to kind of ease into the line. I will be 1 second. Sorry about that. Oh, I want that siege jetfire so bad. It looks so cool. Okay, just trying to figure out exactly what I was doing. This buzzsaw piece is kind of tricky to work with. I'm trying to cut very small portions of it. Sorry about that. I couldn't see directly where I was going, so I had to cut away from that. Aha! I'm doing it. Lower this a bit. Let's. There we go. Come on. Yeah. Hello, Angela. I can't speak today. Hello. How is Soundwave compared with MP10? I like MP10, but I think Soundwave's better. I think it's because Optimus Prime, it's cool, but it's kind of like the basic Optimus Prime now. Because I mean, we've had Siege and stuff like that, which isn't a bad thing, and that's one of the main reasons why I prefer it over MP44. Even though I think MP44 is cool for its engineering, it's just a little too complex for me. And it's not that I can't figure out MP44 at all. It's just I don't want to spend even not even the $600, but like even the $300. I don't feel like I want to spend that money because I feel like that toy could break, and it's just it just feels like too much. That's why I don't usually go after so much masterpiece stuff. It's because I'm spending like probably $100 over a figure that could easily break. Jetfire was not the easiest thing to get on a flight stand. Oh, I imagine to figure that heavy. I'm sorry if I don't read your entire messages. By the way, guys, on my chat thing, they easily disappear after a while because I have this on full screen. Yes, very. But yeah, that's just me in general. Even though certain figures I will spend a little more on. Let me see. I gotta look at this specifically up close, just to make sure that I don't ruin it. There we go. Okay. It was the wingtip that I got worried about. Because if I just use the tip of my scissors, usually my scissors also cuts to the side at the end of it. So I want to make sure that that thing doesn't get cut off. Go. So with Buzzsaw and Laserbeak, there's a certain thing you have to do. I actually did the Laserbeak already because I was planning to do Soundwave with Laserbeak, but I thought, Buzzsaw is probably the better one because that's what originally came with Soundwave. So instead, I just did the Buzzsaw, which was pretty easy on GIMP. You know, very simple to cut up. That thing has the loudest, most satisfying ratchets on my classic shelf. What, the Optimus or the Soundwave? Because the knees on that Soundwave, I'll grab them in a second, is wonderful. I should just have my masterpiece Soundwave to the side here. And what's funny is I had planned on printing out the Soundwave as is. Oh, there's a mess right behind there. It's just some wrappers that I need to take out, and I don't know why I haven't. I know that sounds disgusting. It's just they kind of hide at the corner there, so I didn't really notice. I'll get rid of them after the video's done. But yeah, because it just made me sound like I'm a hoarder or something. No, I don't have a problem. Even though some douchebag in the comments is probably going to make it sound not exactly that. Angelita. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't say your name early. I used to do this type of paper for some reason stuff. Well, if you want to print these out, you can go ahead and do so. Not a lot of people have done these, which is fine. I just have them available to anyone who wants to. All right, and then I will try to fold down the beak just a touch, just to give it a little bit more life. And then there's the buzzsaw figure, and then we will attach the legs. Even though the legs look really long, it's just so that it's easier to glue him on, and plus also he stands up a little higher. Let's see. Why do I always do that? It's like I'm calling for a cat. All right. You should try making Lego Transformers. I have before a long time ago. I just haven't really been lately. Superposable Papercraft figure. You mean like my customs? I would like to do a superposable one, but I'm not sure about the joints and stuff. Because here's the thing. This is stuff to print out. I don't have a lot of experience with it. I know some basic stuff, but I it would be hard for me. Plus, also, if I do a superposable thing, I feel like I need instructions for it. With these, I don't feel like I specifically need instructions for it. And I'm not into doing how to on certain things. That's why I don't do how-tos on, hey, here's my cardboard model and here's how to do it, all the joints and stuff like that. It's super easy. Because people assume that it's just so simple to learn that kind of stuff, and really it's not. I grew up pretty much just building stuff out of cardboard. So it's not like I just, you know, I know how to do it with ease. And even now, I'm still trying to figure certain things out. So I can't just do a how-to video on that. So for me to do a papercraft model of, let's say, Optimus Prime, even if it doesn't transform and it's just a superposable figure, I'm like, okay, here we go. How the hell do I do this? All right, and there's the buzzsaw. He kind of looks a little weird with that, but whatever. It's mainly just to stand him up anyways. So, little buzzsaw for Soundwave. There he is. I don't know why the focus on this camera is a little weird and wonky, but yeah, there it is. Let's see. Really hard because I got my camera behind me. So yeah, just a simple little guy. And again, there's Lifter, which I just printed off to add to the smokescreen. Again, I will update smokescreen in November to have Lifter. So if you're looking into that, you might want to hold off. All right, let's do the Soundwave. I've seen people do Papercraft Minecraft figures using toothpick. Yeah, okay, but again, it's something that I have not done. So I'm not going to. Someone's been requesting I do certain Papercraft figures. I'm not going to take requests right now. I'm open to ideas of characters, like something from a Japanese something, but not really into doing, hey, you have to do this. Do it now. Because I got a whole list of characters that I want to do anyways. And some people, when I say, hey, I'm looking for ideas, some people ask, hey, can you do a Skylynx? And just like you see the humanoid figures that I'm doing, maybe look into that. Oh no, yeah, I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. I'm just like, okay, well, that's that's kind of a stretch right now, especially when I just start doing these papercraft things, and people expect me to just do everything. Do a 5-foot dragon. No. You do a 5-foot dragon. Ah. Alright. Just to make sure, what's the worst Bumblebee figure? I don't know. 6-gun would be cool. Apparently 2 people are having a chat in my chat room without me. Fine, if that's how you feel about me, why don't I just go ahead and puke? I can't wait for you guys to see my Armada Optimus Prime. That's one that I'm kind of excited to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a live stream for it. An entire separate live stream for all these. Yeah. Kind of like doing them off camera. Chatception. Boom. Oh, I did see the images on the Studio Series Shockwave. I really want that thing. I plan on getting it because it's a Shockwave. I'm a Shockwave fan, and I just got the G1 Shockwave, so I guess I'm now required. Even though one figure that I don't have of Shockwave is the Beast Hunter Cyberverse Commander. So that's one that I have to kind of look out for too. There we go. Soundwave superior. Autobot superior. Video series reveals. Yeah, I'm not exactly too sure. There was also another report saying, hey, we are going to get a Blitzwing and a very super secret figure, which could be Scrapper. I mean, we already knew that Scrapper was going to be coming out, and I assumed that it was going to be a Wave 2 figure. By the way, I didn't do a toy hunt thing, but I did find Long Haul. Oh, my frame rate just went down for a second there. All right, see ya. I saw the KSI boss. I saw Hightower. I saw Drift. I saw Dropkick. I saw Refractor. I saw Brunt, and I saw Red Alert. All new stuff. Just like imagine if Walmart actually updated their stuff. And some of you are probably thinking that's not updating. Impactor's out, and Mirage, and all them. We are really behind. In fact, we probably don't even have Barricade on Amazon. It's 3 in the morning. Oh, and I do have to apologize for. I'm just going to cut this line of paper off camera. I do have to apologize for not uploading so much this week. I noticed that I didn't have as much comments for the past couple of days as I usually get. But the reason why is I wanted to make sure that I had enough footage or enough room in my capture card to film for the toy fair, because I assumed I would be doing opening videos and such, which I did. So after I was done with that and other stuff, just trying to. I'm losing sleep for the stream. Oh, damn it. But now that that's done, I can focus on going back to doing some reviews. There's a couple that I really wanted to do for Halloween that I'm not even sure if I'm going to have time for, just because, and other stuff. Because there's 2 reviews that I want to do before the month ends. And one of them is Animated Jazz. The other one is the Halloween video. All right, let's go ahead and fold up some tabs, yo! Let's see, fold that up. And I'm also trying to upload a video to one of my other channels to Told Him Doom 2. So I'm just trying to multitask right now. Even though multitask doesn't really exist, it's a paranormal phenomenon that if you do it, you disrupt the time stream. So don't multitask, kids, or Santa's gonna kick your ass. Fold that over. Fold that over. Fold that over. And we did it. We folded a bunch of papers. Let's see. Videos. Isn't this fun? You're watching a grown-ass man do a bunch of folding and cutting of papers, as well as upload a video. Victoria's Ultimate. Oh, don't know why this keyboard has been skipping letter. I hate this keyboard. Victoria's Ultimate Hobby and Toy Fair Hall, October 19th, 2019. Toy Hall with Lego and Transformers. And I'll keep it like that for now. Hit film is always in my tags. I'll do that later. I'll fix it up later. I just want it published before midnight. All right, that's done. Now we don't have to focus on that too much. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue up the Soundwave. So we take this, put the end of the paintbrush in, and then we... Oh, nope, I still have a bunch of tabs to fold. Aren't I a genius? No. TF is folding up Papercraft men. Maybe I'm folding up a Papercraft woman. You ever think of that? Maybe Soundwave is female. Do you ever think of that? When Soundwave first appeared in Transformers Prime, I thought, oh, they're making Soundwave into a woman now. Because they just used an audio clip from RC. And I'm just like, that's not what Soundwave usually is, but I guess okay. It wasn't even Soundwave's voice. Because by that point, you didn't know if he was the quiet one. He was just some creepy-ass guy roaming around. Transformers Prime had a lot to introduce in his first episode. Hahaha, attack helicopter. Yeah, that meme's still going. Do you think the Transformers cartoons will ever go back to how they used to with the audience? Oh, you know what? I kind of clued into this. So I'm going to bring up my phone the other way around so that I can actually look at what you guys are talking about. Let's see. There we no. How do I stand this up straight? Do you think the Transformers cartoons will ever go back to how they used to be, appealing to all audience? I kind of wish they do. Let's see. How am I going to do this? There. That's easier. I don't know, but I was looking at Transformers Cyberverse and Beast Wars, and I started to realize what made Beast Wars so much better than Cyberverse going on right now. Because even I don't hate Cyberverse, but there's just something so totally off with the series that I just couldn't put my finger on it. All the characters are basically one-note characters, and they're super simple. The comedy is kind of just meh, but it's mostly the fact that, like, Hot Rod just sounds too generic for me. There's nothing interesting about Hot Rod. Oh, I'm the cool guy, right? Speed, yeah. Also, the voice acting is just, yeah. I cannot get into the voices of Cyberverse. I am so sorry. And it's not like, oh, we gotta have the original voice actors in the show. Why can't we have the original voice actors? It's just the fact that I can't get into these voices, these characters. They just sound like they're from another show or something. Like I listen to Hot Rod, and I'm just like, that's just a dude. I listen to Bumblebee, I'm just like, that's just a dude. I listen to Thundercracker, and I'm just like, that's just a dude. Let's see. Another thing that I don't like on Transformers Cyberverse is in season 2, it just kind of started abruptly. I can't talk today. It just kind of started partway through and barely explained much of what's going on. Like, oh, Bumblebee's got his voice back. Okay, cool. What? How did that happen? I guess it just did. Why are they on the moon doing a mission? Oh, I guess they're just doing a mission right now. Okay, cool. Shit, that was a whole clump of glue that just fell over. That whole Starscream hates Megatron thing. Where's the build-up in that? Oh, but it just happened. It's always been there. Look at all these times where Megatron said, Starscream, you're an idiot. And you're probably thinking, well, of course, people know who Starscream is. You know, that's an old time character, and that's been a big deal for a long time. Why is that new? Why does it need build-up? Because it's a new series. It's a new show starting up from the ground up. If they wanted to really hit it home that Starscream does not like Megatron, then they should have done that early in the show. But they didn't. Because most of the time you just see Starscream just being there. There's not really much hinting towards their rivalry. If there is, I completely forgot about it. But I don't recall any point of Megatron and Starscream really having a whole thing about it. There's his head. He got a head going. Let's see. Tomahawk. I really want to do a Papercraft Tomahawk now. Nah. Oh shit, are Subtronian or Revolticons even Subtronian? No, they're built on lies. Anyways. So there's the Soundwave head. I've got another one of those original G1 Decepticons. I do have the Megatron and the Starscream to go with it. I just need the Shockwave, which I guess I don't necessarily need. Because in the original cartoon, it was mostly just Soundwave, Starscream, and Megatron. But it just would be cool to have all 4 of them. Come on. There we go. Try to cut that up. I don't know why this is so tricky for me right now. Why can't I get that? Okay, there we go. Okay, can you stop listing off Decepticons and Autobots that are helicopters? It's kind of annoying. Oh, I need to cut the little slots in there. I don't think I have my cutting board out here. So I guess I'll just have to use some sort of box. Let's see. Which means that this is going to happen off camera. But usually I just use my knife to kind of cut through that and make a line. It goes down for the arms to go in. I'll show what I've done, but I can't show the process. Because the reason why I use the cardboard box is I could just cut right through. But yeah, I just cut 2 lines going into here so that I can just slip the arms into it. Anyways, okay, going back to this. I'm actually gonna. No! Something fell. Actually, gonna turn this back around again. All right. Any other Transformers news that people want to talk about, so that I have something to talk about other than just watching a whole chat on Revolticons? There we go. And cut that and cut that. Oh yeah, the G2 version of is it the Fall Cybertron Grimlock? I can't remember. It looked cool. It's been a while since I've done anything with Fall Cybertron. Even though I haven't played the game, you know, they still have the toys and other stuff. I like to know if you think the studio series will last a year longer. I don't know. If they don't have another movie going around right now, I think it might, but I'm not entirely sure what else they could do. There's a lot of Dark of the Moon characters that they still need to do. I think that by the end of the year, there's still going to be some characters that they could have done that they probably skipped out on. What would be cool is if Generations kind of stopped the whole gimmicky idea of, okay, Battle Masters, Weaponizers, stuff like that, and just went back to doing whatever. I mean, I kind of like that too. I really like Siege, and I think Combiner Wars had an interesting thing going for it, even though they're really pushing it now. I think that I just want to see Generations kind of just be its own thing and do whatever the hell it wants. Like if they want gimmicks to link up, that's fine. Kind of like what Siege is doing right now, in a way. Oh, I noticed that that's playing in the background. What Siege is doing right now, where you have 8-Phase from Titans Returns also there. And he has the original Titans Returns gimmick. But, you know, you can't really have an animated look-alike in Generations. And I think that would be cool if we had some animated characters in Generations. But if you do that, it's just going to look off from everything else. That's what was so perfect about the Reveal the Shields lug nut, is it fits into the Generations and Classics, but but they had to make it look fitting for that. So I think that I think they could do something with Studio Series where they just kind of throw it in there. I know that Studio Series is technically Generations, but it's not part of the main Generations lineup. It's just Generations by the fact that it's more for collectors. You know, the older audience. Which is funny too, because I guess technically when people say, oh, Generations should be for not just G1 fans, I guess technically it is, you know? And by that, I mean it isn't just Generation 1. I mean that is, it's technically got different things going for it right now. If you count Studio Series into that. Anyways, I wish this chat could just stay up. Okay. I'm still waiting on Studio Series Dino. Yes. Oh my god, I want that. I have Farage though, so I don't necessarily need it, but I would like to see a good retail version of Dino. Isn't that what they did with SS Skywarp? There is no Studio Series Skywarp. Are you thinking of the Thundercracker? Go. Someone asked me, hey, what repaint do you think was better than the original? And I said, Studio Series Thundercracker. I like the Nitro Zeus, but there's certain things I think they did better in the Thundercracker. Mountain Dew guy would be kind of cool, but he's like, he's in the film for like 5 seconds. Not really doing much, so I don't really care. Oh my god, what if the Mountain Dew guy was Onslaught this whole time? I'll just say this, there hasn't been a Studio Series Skywarp. There's been a Thundercracker, that was the Toys R Us exclusive Nitro Zeus repaint. I have him. Let's see. Almost done with cutting this. And then the other parts are pretty simple to cut up. Let's see. Okay, now I'm getting a little excited. I'm sorry if this is taking so long. It's just a lot more than I thought it would take to cut. Do you think they will do any other... Oh, we never got Prowl in the movies. We almost did. Barricade was supposed to be Prowl. Until they changed it last minute. Okay. Do you think they will do any other character out of Impactor mold? Like maybe Quake? Quake would be cool, but in the Siege comic, they already have Quake as just the repaint, or not the well, I guess the repaint of Hardhead, but the Titans Returns one. So I don't feel like we need one, but I think toy-wise, we could potentially get one. That would be cool. I just don't feel like we necessarily need it, but I would like to see that. I would also like to see from Impactor. Actually, I think they could pull off. Ooh, you know what would be good? Tarn, but Perceptor. Yes, I would have preferred a Voyager class Tarn, but I think if they just wanted to do a select series figure, I guess they could. Just give him a giant fusion cannon that goes in between the arms and plugs onto the side. Hardhead from Impactor? No. I really don't think that's going to happen. I'm trying to think of tank Transformers, and I can't think of anything. I mean, there's Megatron and Warpath, but I don't think they're going to do Warpath out of that. Like I said, I don't think they're going to do Warpath out of them. TFWiki.net. Come on, TFWiki.net. Let's search up Warpath, and then I'll search up tank Transformers from there. See if anything will come up. Oh, I could have searched it on TFW. Creo, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to TFW. And just let's see if we could search up anything. Toys. Demolisher would be cool. Siege, Earthrise, Soundwave, except it's the exact cassette player. I don't know. Hey, Scotimus, did you see my haul? Tank, military base. Okay. I don't know. I'm looking through. A bludgeon would be cool out of the impactor mold. Blast charge would be cool out of the impactor mold. Definitely a bludgeon I think would be better if it's like that original bludgeon figure. Let's see. No, I don't think Brawl. Skip Brawl. How about Brunt? No. Ooh, a clench figure would be great. Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole list. But now I really want a clench out of that. Okay. Frame rates. Always so fun. Let's see. Well, I've not got a chance. Was working on YouTube. Okay, I got Chroma. I got a couple of the Transformers Siege card game cards. I got 2 of them. I have Sky Shadow that I bought for $15. G1 Shockwave and a Masterpiece Soundwave, who I said I was going to bring up, but I didn't do that. There we go. I wish I am in alt mode right now. All right, so I'm going to fold these up and just gonna give you a couple of tips on these in case anyone's won that. Guzzle, I think, would be okay. You're talking about figures that would be too big if they were repaints of Impactor, because Impactor's already a big deluxe figure. It would not really go so well if they did that or into Guzzle. Okay, so first of all, tip number 1, you want to cut these little lines out so that you can put in the arms and they just slide in. Tip number 2, what I make sure to do, because you got to fold these over to make them even, is I start off with the middle thing and then using the outline of the tabs, try to make it even to the side, like so. Just kind of even them out like that. And then what I'll do is I'll fold over this side, make sure that this right here, this line, is in alignment to this right here. So I make sure that it's even, like so. And then I try to just lightly fold over this, but not too far to where it's going to warp the paper underneath it. And then after I'm done with that, I try to fold that the rest of the way. So that now that's even. And then with that, I'll try to fold all this over. Try to line this with that as best as I can to try and make it even. You can see how that's going to line up like so, but I got to do it from the opposite sides. So basically, I just have to eyeball it like that. And then I'll fold over these sides like so. And there. After that, they should evenly go down like that. Now I have to fold in these tabs in the middle here. Thing right now instead of later while you're gluing it. And fold this side over like so. I will get to the comments in a second. Hello, Bill. that. And fold this over like so. Fold that over like so. I forgot to do this. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. I forgot that I forgot to do that. Or, no, I forgot that I remembered to... over like so. And now we have something to glue. So let's go ahead and bring out my glue. And usually I will with this side right here. So that I just fold over to these tabs. And let's get my glue. Come on. Let's get some glue on there. There we go. And usually I'll start off with this. And then focus on trying to get these two sides together. Like so. Then I will do the bottom. Again, the frame rate's going a little weird right now. I don't know what's going on. You guys excited for the Rise of Skywalker trailer dropping today? Oh yeah, that's today. After the Guzzle from Dark Moon size, that's the colors I refer to for Guzzle. Okay, yeah, that I know. It was Cyberverse so that I could fit in the scale with the larger figures. I think it was the same thing with the Power Glide, which now that I think of it, I really want that Power Glide figure. Hello, deep fried steak. Let's see. Let's open that up. And that. I do. Oh wait, I'm not even using OBS. YouTube is just kind of weird. I really miss YouTube Hangouts. All right, we're almost done with that. Let's see. I gotta go. I'll be looking forward to your next video. Thank you. It'll be the Siege card opening video. Low to no hype. Yeah, I guess Star Wars is kind of wearing down. You're not a Star Wars fan? Boo! Boo! Out! You are a fool! No. Oh, I definitely. Fine, I'll just use a grocery bag. I just want to get the glue out. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna stop for a second and let the live stream buffer a little bit because what's going on. See, it looks fine on my camera though. And then just when I'm doing anything, the frame rate seems to completely drop. I don't get it. Oh, now it's working. For now, at least. Oh, V, I watched the whole cutscene thing for, what the hell's the game's name? The Last of Us. Because all the trailers, I still watch some of the trailers and whatnot for some of the games. I don't play games myself. I'm just not into them. But, oh, I watched the trailers for The Last of Us 2 because I'm curious about it. And that got me into looking up the cutscenes because I got curious, and I found like a whole movie thing or whatever for the first game, and now I really like what I see. That was really well done. And then I also watched the one for Left Behind. Come on. Glow, you son of a bitch, glow! There we go. So now with all that glued in, I'm going to fix the tabs up a little bit, because usually I have a certain way to do that. The front and back ones I usually leave out just a little bit, and then I fold those in, and then fold those over like so. But before I fold those over, I want to glue those in to place. So I'll open them up like that, put that down like so, get some glue, and then spread it around inside there like so. And glue those tabs like that. And see if I can keep it straight. And then take some more glue, put it right here like so. Try to cover the sides, but not too much on the sides. You don't want it spilling over. And then take the head and try to even that out. And not messing up. Come on. Oop, I hit the camera. All right, there's a Soundwave with no arms. No arm wave. All right, let's go ahead and cut out the hands. So the hands are pretty simple to do. I just cut them out like so. And I will come back to the chat in a second. Actually, I might as well come back to the chat in a second, or right now. We could get Armada Smokescreen from Grapple, and I don't. The figures you're suggesting are a huge stretch. Grapple into Armada Smokescreen? I highly doubt that, but whatever. I'm not saying it's impossible, I just say that's really doubtful. Earthrise Nemesis Prime would be cool. I'd love to see Wreckers complete. Yeah, Whirl would be nice. Hello, Mr. Mister. Actually, speaking of Junk Heap, do you think we'll ever get a Studio Series Junk? I don't know. I don't think so. If you look at a lot of the drones for the Age of Extinction line, they're kind of generic, so, and they're repaints too. So I don't think they're really interested in doing a lot for them. I don't think Junk Heap is gonna really necessarily happen. I think one of the complaints for Studio Series or for early on movie toys, because if you noticed, a lot of the complaints or a lot of the things that we wanted have been getting made. Leader Class Megatron, Voyager class Bone Crusher are just kind of what people had complained about with a lot of the previous figures. And one of the biggest complaints for Age of Extinction is no or not a lot of Decepticons for the line, for the main line at least. So I think the whole thing is they're just making generic drones. So what other crane truck transformers are there? What I'm saying is Grapple doesn't really look like Smokescreen. He's too big, and the aesthetic doesn't really work for it. It's a further stretch than Hotshot from Hound. It doesn't make sense to me. Oh, it's a crane transformer? Cool. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to do it, though. I really don't think they're going to do it. I'd be happy if they even did the green repaint or art fire from the grapple mold. But yeah, Smokescreen is just too much of a stretch. The aesthetic of the robot modes would not fit. A Studio Series Red-Eyed Bumblebee? Yeah, that'd be cool. I've not been into the Rescue Bots Academy stuff. Actually, before we put on the arms, I want to cut out the other gun, but actually I'm going to cut out all the little parts. Actually, you know what? First, why don't we cut out the name tag thing? So this is number 20. That's number 19. Or no, that's number 18. I forgot Armada Prime was number 19. All right, let's go ahead and cut this out. Can I be honest with you? I'm kind of tired of talking about predictions for Siege and repaints and stuff like that. Every live stream I do, it just kind of leads into that conversation. There's the name tag. So I kind of just want to talk about something else, if we can. All right, there's Soundwave's arm with the gun that you could swap out. The gun that looks like that one. Titan class Papercraft. That'd be cool. I had imagined a Unicron that's massive, but that would be a stretch. Because, or not stretch, but that'd be hard to do because exactly how would I do a large size Unicron or even just Fortress Maximus? I guess I could do it in multiple sheets, but I don't know if anyone wants to print out multiple sheets. Is it me? Or does anyone else like it when we get a figure that turns into like an old beat up car or a generic boring car or a garbage truck or something? Yeah, I kind of like the simple things like Wind Charger. Mostly the reason why I say that we may get Warpath and War Perception Trilogy is because in cartoon and other media he's bigger than Minibot. I guess it's possible. It's just to favor the collectors of the old toys. I don't know. I don't know if the scale would necessarily work in its favor. Not to mention, we've already gotten a Warpath in deluxe size beforehand. I just feel like we don't need a new Warpath that's a repaint of Impactor. I don't know. That's just me. All right, so there's the arm gun, and then we cut out the shoulder gun. Have we ever gotten a Sweeper Transformers figure? I'm pretty sure you could just get the Scourge and it would be fine. But yes, we have. We've had, I think it was a BotCon pack or BotCon figure that was the sweeps. I know we've had a 3-pack with Cyclonus, Scourge, and then there was also a sweep included. But I also believe that that sweep was a repaint of another sweep that came out beforehand. All right, so what you want to do with the shoulder cannon, take some glue and just glue it from the back like so. I'm not going to do too much. And then take it into here and then just kind of glue it right there. Just before the gap right there for the arm. And now Soundwave has a little shoulder cannon, much like the smoke screen has the little hook on the side there. All right, so now Soundwave is pretty much done. All we have to do is add the arms, which I do not glue in. Oh, that's what you meant. I don't know. You know what I also noticed? We don't have any Transformers buses. For all of Transformers, we've had trains, but no buses. It's weird. And there's Soundwave. There he is. And of course, you can switch out this arm. Plug this one onto here, like so. Come on. And now he's got his little gun thing that he could shoot. Or, of course, he could take that off and just plug this one on. Which is probably what I'm going to do. And he comes with his little buzzsaw mini cassette guy. With a little stand. His little name tag. And, of course, my logo. So you get all this in one sheet. Very cool. Very nice. Now you're probably thinking, okay, Brian, you're probably going to stop doing this stream. That's kind of boring people out because nobody wants to see you cut pieces of paper. It's boring. It's lame. Please stop it. That's enough. I also printed out the Optimus. So we're going to do that too. This is the Armada Optimus Prime with his Minicon from the Deluxe class figure. I can't remember his name, though. If anyone does, let me know. But before we do that, I'm going to just take a break. God, I'm thirsty. Okay. Have we ever gotten... Oh. I still love to see a Studio Series garbage bot. I think Roadblock would fit better with the original grapple than the new one. Alright, let's go ahead and cut up this. This is the Armada Optimus Prime with his Minicon, whatever the Minicon is. Oh, you're going to pick that one out? Okay, cool. This one, I believe, comes out in November. I'm just working on the Jetfire one, and then hopefully next month that wave will release. I'm just going to check back and see if I can find a name. Overrun, that's what it is. And I did already do a Photoshop of some of the repaints. The only one I didn't do is the Energon one, because I might do a Combiner Optimus. But let's go ahead and put Soundwave off to the back there. So Soundwave, Iron Fist, and this Optimus Prime is going to be a Wave 5 setup. Currently for Wave 4 is Night Prowler, Devastator in green, but with the movie aesthetic, and Nemesis Prime. And that is the Halloween October wave. Alright, so there's Overrun right there. So I get to have 2 minicons. Let's see, let's cut this out. Cut that darn thing out of there. Bobby, you better cut that out or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm not sure if these videos are really that entertaining. Watch me do cutting of the paper, but you know, I try to see what works and what doesn't. And if this doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's my logo. And we cut this name tag thing out. We take this, we cut across for that, and yes, he also comes with his gun that I used for his combiner version of the mold. I just have that with it because why not? And there we go. The Last Night Trench. Oh yeah, that figure. Or that character. Isn't that just scrap metal? And it was there for like a second. It like Onslaught I kind of get, okay? Canopy I don't think would ever get made into a toy just because it doesn't really have an alt mode, but we have a long haul. So I guess it could work. Payload I don't think is going to happen, but I guess it's something as a reference to the toys. So maybe. Trench, no. I'm sorry, but that is one figure that was barely even there and really had no purpose of being there. Papercraft Shockwave in the future. I want to do one. What would you guys like to see in a Papercraft? Don't forget to tell me, and I'll ignore it. There we go. There's Optimus. So what am I going to do first? Let's do the Minicon. Yes. Alright. Because the Minicon is going to be... Oh, God, my nose. Super simple. Super duper. Papercraft Pikachu. Oh, okay. Not like I was being serious. Why don't you take this seriously? I spend a lot of hours doing these little fuckboys. I just realized something. I don't even think I have this video monetized right now. Oops. Whatever. Not that big a deal. Let's see. I don't know why I do that. Shockwave or Jetwing Optimus Prime. Maybe include Starscream Wing with Optimus? What? What do you mean Starscream's wing? Bye, V. I hope you scratch my ass. Oh. Let's see. All right, so Would you like to know an interesting fact about the Minicons? Minicons are little tiny figures that allow the bigger Transformers to deploy little gimmicks on them. They just plug on by a little 5mm peg with a very specific hole in the middle, and they plug in and they deploy maybe a missile rack, maybe a fist punching weapon gimmick, you name it. Fuck you. And people think I'm just a channel for kids. I am not. I'm a grown ass man doing my own thing online, and I like doing that. But no, I guess that's not good enough for YouTube. Probably. Oh god, you said beast, and now I'm reminded of Animorphs. I have one of the books in my room somewhere. Just need to find it. Alright, let's take the glue and we put it along in there. How about high tech? Now that's a stretch. Wait, Autobot Hightower. Are you talking about the Constructicon? As a GoBot leader. I'm pretty sure that was probably the reference. Red Hightower from RD 2001. I don't know about that one. I feel like that's probably better to do, but still, I'm not too sure. Although Hasbro has made stretches of themselves with Transformers. Hell, they had a perfectly good mold for the crankcase, and they didn't even use it. Instead, they used the repaint that doesn't even look like him. I mean, kinda does, but not really. All right, there he is. There's a little overrun, so now I got two little tiny Minicons. Yay! Okay, let's go ahead and cut these out. What? I can't change out. McGird. There we go. There we go. Kind of went a little crazy with the cutting there, but okay. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Except it's Optimus breaking into your house. No, I have not. I want to see that. I like that sound wave in the background. You mean this little guy? I recently got him at a toy hall. And he's so nice. He's not perfect though. There are some things that I wish they changed, but yeah. That's my response to it. My criticism is sorry, my internet sucks. That's fine. My internet sucks too. We'll have sucky internet together. Do you have any Masterpiece cassettes? Okay, here's the ones I have. If I can dig through this. Let me see. I gotta try and dig them up, so I might as well just grab everything. There's Chromar. There's a better upgraded Overlord. And there's my G1 Shockwave right there. There we go. There's a Robo Rider in green. Okay, now I got all my cassettes at the bottom here. Of course, they're the last things I grab. All right, so the favorite one out of the bunch is Frenzy, I guess, even though I want to call this guy Rumble so badly. And last but not least, there was also a third-party cassette. Scooter, I think is its name. But yeah, those are all the little cassettes I got. I also got, if anyone didn't see the toy haul, I got a couple of Siege cards. And I got a bunch of bags of Bionicle parts. And I was able to finish off some Bionicle sets. Oh, wait, no, I'm keeping Soundwave up here. I was able to get the one piece missing from my coolest. I was able to get most and complete a Levac Cal. And I was able to get most, and then, for the most part, complete Hafu. Just didn't have his little gear thingy that goes in the weapon. I found Siege Ratchet figures at my Walgreens, or Siege figures, but no Ratchet. Oh, okay. Don't know why I can't talk today. Sky Shadow. I really like Sky Shadow. Especially now that I know where he comes from, because I had to look it up recently. But yeah. Sky Shadow is one that I should definitely do for one of these upcoming waves. If you're wondering what's coming up for these Papercraft things, it is a combination Optimus Prime with Jetfire and Overload. That's going to be one figure by itself, and it's going to come with the Spark Plug minifigure. There is also going to be Overload himself. I have an idea for IDW Tarn. There's an idea for what's the other ones? Soundwave's cassettes. So there's going to be more of these little guys, you know, the Minicon style figures, and then Laserbeak's also going to be in that. Oh, and one more thing that I'm going to bring up. There we go. Just to get a good look at the Robo Rider figure that I got. Because I wanted those for years. I remember a kid had one of these and brought it to school, and I messed around with it, and it was the coolest thing. All right, going back to Optimus. Only Brunt and Refractor. Yeah, my stores now have a ton of Refractors and a ton of Brunts that just all of a sudden came into the store. I'm just like, I want all of those, but I'm getting Brunt from a friend, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about Refractor. They also had Red Alert, of course, and they had a few 6 guns. I already bought a 6 gun. And then I think they had Cog and Hound as well. But I already have 6 gun, I already have Cog. So basically, mostly it's the Refractors that I need. And in case you're wondering, yes, I do want the retail versions of Refractor. Not that I don't like the exclusive one, and I saw that in the toy fair for about $100, which isn't so bad, but I like the cartoon colors of him more than the red and purple and green, and I mean there's purple and green in it, but I just prefer the cartoon look. And it's not necessarily because, oh, I want the cartoon lifelike style. I just like the consistency, and I think the colors are much more suited for the refractor figures. Revenge of the Fallen Battle Damage Optimus. Yeah, I can see that happening. They already did the Megatron, so why not? They also had Ironhide, the Masterpiece one, for $80, and I didn't pick it up because by the time I bought the Soundwave, I had no money left. And I hate myself for not doing that. But at the same time, I got Masterpiece Soundwave. So am I going to get so upset after that? No. All right, so let's go ahead and cut through this. I'm going to do that off camera just to make sure that I got it. Yeah, these do need some patience. Even though I've done so many of these, they usually take about a half hour for me to do one. 20 minutes to half an hour. Do you think we'll get a Studio Series Bulldog or Lieutenant? No. See, a lot of these characters that people keep bringing up are very small, minor characters that I just really don't think are going to be made into toys. It's surprising that we even got a Hot Shot from the last night, or Hot Rod, I should say, and Bumblebee from the last night. That was in the World War II versions. And either way, none of them were really accurate, were they? Oh, shit. I forgot. I needed to cut that out. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I have to use the cutting board on the side here, so I apologize for that. Like, people want a Siege Devastator or Earthrise Devastator. I just don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like that's too much for them, especially since we just got a Combiner Wars one. If anything, they'll do a Devastator after the War for Cybertron trilogy is done. Because, I mean, they're already doing Scorponok right now. And that looks like the Titan for Earthrise. And then it looks like the next Titan that's going to come out is going to be... is probably not going to happen. And instead, we're just going to get the Unicron. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Alright. So now that I got that done, we can start folding stuff around. I completely forgot about that crown section piece. That would suck. And then fold these in. Let's see. Also got this side to do. Oh, actually, I'm just going to fold this over. Oh, what do you think will be after Earthrise? I don't know. Bulldog is cool. I would love to see World 1 tank in the Transformers Generation style. Yeah, that'd be cool. I would love to see the Trailbreaker from the Hoist. I would like to see Sunstreaker from the Wheeljack. Because some people are already guessing that that's going to happen. What other Earthrise figures would be great? I don't think they're going to do Megatron. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think Siege is fine enough. Unless... nah. I was thinking maybe if they do the Armada Megatron as a tank, but I don't know. It'd be cool to have Armada Megatron and Tidal Wave as a pack. Maybe they could do Armada Megatron, and he comes with one of the blaster things, or the sword mini kind guys. That would be interesting. Or maybe even both, because I know that they like to make the leaders just Voyager class toys with accessories. I would like to see a Commander class Cybertron Starscream. Alright, so we got all that folded and out of the way. So now we have to glue it, and then I'll be right back. I need to take a second to do stuff. But first I'll do this. Well, there's a Titan in Cyberverse Season 2, but who knows if we're gonna get that as a toy. Definitely don't think we're gonna get it as a Titan class toy, like what Generations has. Because every time I bring up, I don't know what other Titans they're gonna do, someone brings up the new Titan from Cyberverse, but that's in Cyberverse. It'd be cool if they did the Omega Sentinels, though. Yeah, I would like a Commander tidal wave. That's not just like the Astro Train. Hey, let's throw in a whole bunch of weapons and make them Voyager class, because that's what people wanted. A leader class, Voyager class Astro Train. And before anyone says, "Oh, but the scale is accurate," because if you compare it to Optimus Prime, it's actually what it should be. I don't care. I just wanted a larger size Astro Train because I think that would have been cool. I don't care if he would or would not store figures. I just want a taller Astro Train. Oh, but at least he's got the shoes. Great. Now he's slightly taller than Optimus. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Don't know why some of this glue doesn't really want to stick. Oh, I'm certain that they're going to do an upscale. Some third-party KO companies can do upscale Astro Train. I really don't doubt it. I'm just saying it would be cool if there was the official Hasbro version of it, so we don't have to worry about it. I've said all along, I think they're going to do an upscale version of Astro Train. Even if Astro Train was bare minimum leader class height, pretty sure they're going to do a taller one. I mean, they did that with Blackout, Brawl, whatnot, although I'm not even sure if Wei Zhang is still around. Didn't I hear that they got caught with Hasbro and got sued or something? Or a cease and desist? Okay. It's midnight here. Time zones, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Oh, shit. There we go. All right, there's the head to the Armada style Optimus Prime. So now I have two heads of different molds for Optimus. Yeah, Primus would be okay. I will be right back. Ooh. All right, let's go ahead and continue on and do the Optimus Prime. All right, say Ethan. Ah, sweet spoilers to the DC shows I haven't watched yet. Thanks. All right. Now we got the torso and then the arms, and then we're pretty much done. And then I could actually talk to people in the chat. You know what? Screw this. Let's do it this way. Come on. There we go. Okay. No, I haven't watched Batwoman yet. I don't really plan on doing it because it really doesn't look that interesting to me. And I saw a post on, because one of the lines that really bother me is, but the suit is absolute perfection. It will be when it fits a woman. And I'm just like, okay. Didn't know that gender apparently made the suit perfect, but whatever. I just felt like I didn't feel like that was an attack on me or anything like that. Because I have no problem with female superheroes. That's fine. You know, do whatever you want. But it just really felt like that was not really necessary. And kind of cheesy and just, I don't know. It's just, why? But there's people out there who's saying, "Oh, you saw that one line and you didn't get into it, but you didn't even give it a chance." I'm sorry, but it's a trailer, you know? It's supposed to get me hyped for the show and kind of, preview what's going on for the show. If I'm not into it from the trailer or the anything that's being promoted, then I'm not going to watch it, you know? I don't even watch The Walking Dead cuz okay, zombies, I don't really care. I don't watch Game of Thrones. I don't watch much TV. I watch Stranger Things. That interests me. But yeah, if I'm not into it, I'm not into it, you know? And it really just didn't look good to me. So I'm not gonna apologize for being a male. I'm not racist, but I meant to say sexist, not racist. I've just been hearing that quote so often. I don't mind Batwoman in general. I don't really get into comics that much, but I did watch I think it was Batman Bad Blood or something. Anyways, I watched an animated film with her in it, and I was totally fine with that. So. I'm sorry if I sound defensive over it. It's just, I saw that argument go everywhere. I'm just like, well, if people aren't into it, they're not into it, you know? Let's see. Okay, let me read the chat. It's on a YouTube clip and the show is not out yet? You mean Batwoman? Because people have seen the first 2 episodes, at least. Playing the MCU films? No, I haven't. When you watch Stranger Things, did you get triggered to see Ultra Magnus in 1985? Because I did. Okay, someone pointed out that apparently there was a version of Ultra Magnus that did come out in 1985. It was like a prototype, and that's why we have some Ultra Magnus figures with a different head. Because apparently one version came out in 1985, but did it come out in summer of 1985? Early summer of 1985? Because that's when it starts. The season starts before July 1st, 1985, does it not? Or July 4th, 1985. Sorry, I get those. I swapped out Canada Day for Independence Day for a second there. I wish I was more entertaining. I'm just thinking about the stream and how not good it is. I'm gonna get comments saying, "Hey, you're a bunch of poopy." Yeah. Yeah, actually, you know what? That is a good point. He would have had to have it before then. So yeah, I guess that is a mess up. And not only that, he rigged it up with electronics, so he must have had it for probably at least a couple of days before that even began. Because when did he leave for that? Yeah, exactly. For the 100th Papercraft, can you make a giant Omega Supreme? I doubt it. I doubt I'm going to do an Omega Supreme anytime soon. Unless people don't mind a Papercraft that's you have to print out 2 halves of. Although I've seen that happen, for people in general. So I'm not going to rule it out completely, but I also feel like with something like this is already pretty wide for the paper. So I'm not sure how much wider I can get this piece. It all depends on this piece. I mean, what I could do if it's too large is I could just take some of these pieces and put it off to the side so you would just have to glue it onto this, but I don't know. I'm on my way home, sweet home. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Damn it, Stranger Things. I love that show, by the way. And yes, I watched Hopper on SNL. I watched him at the intro go into the Stranger Things, whatever. Or it wasn't necessarily the first skit, but it was his little stand-up routine thing. And he went through the Upside Down. I remember that. And then they kind of teased that he's still alive. Which I think he is, because in that teaser thing, someone is in the Upside Down. Some people assume that he might be the American in that Russian facility. Spoilers to season 3 if you haven't seen it. But I probably should have said that early on, but I think that American is someone else. I don't know about that, but I think now I don't want to do speculations because I feel like I'm going to do say something wrong. Like with Transformers, I just kind of have fun with it, but people take show speculation so seriously. But the guy that was translating all this stuff, or not translating, but the one guy that they constantly go to in the show. I can't remember his name, but he's kind of the nerdy one, the adult. Basically tells Hopper and Will's mom to just have sex or something. Let's see. Conspiracy guy, sure, why not? Yep, that is pretty much him. I think it might be him because after they were done, I don't remember seeing him in the ending. So I think it's possible that someone grabbed him and took him into the base. But that's just me talking about the show. Who's the American though? That's the guy we're talking about. We were just discussing. We think it's the conspiracy guy. And I also think that the Russians getting involved with the show. Was it the Russians? I believe so. That was kind of corny, but it's also something that takes place in the 80s and kind of has those general themes. So I guess it kind of makes sense. But I don't know. I feel like Stranger Things was fine being about the whole, upside down and stuff like that. We didn't really need them to necessarily get involved. There we go. That's fine. All right. So I've done the folding. Now the gluing, which is the part that I'm always scared about. Because I feel like glue's just going to drip on my hands and it's all going to go everywhere. Let's see. Okay, so we start on this side. Come on. I try to get so little, but that means that I'm not working with much. Come on. I'm on my way. Home sweet home. Do, 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 do. Which, by the way, in case anyone's wondering if I just watched the show because, it's super popular and everyone's talking about it and it's 80s and stuff like that, even though the 80s thing might have kind of drawn me into it a little bit, I mostly just watched the show because I was curious about it. Because I mean, there's other shows that people say, "Oh, you would be into this, you would be into that," and I'm just generally not interested in watching them. But I figured, okay, Netflix has it, might as well just watch it, and I really enjoyed it, and so I continued watching it. I think that was just before season 2 had just came out. Because I was excited for season 2 and I wanted to get to know what the hell's going on. So I watched season 1. And then when season 2 came out, it took a couple of days for me to binge watch the whole thing. And then sorry, I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. And then when season 3 came out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna watch as much as I can tonight because it just came out on midnight, and just see how I do with it. And then the next day, I'll watch whatever's left. I watched it in one night. I spent all night watching it. So I was a bit tired that day, but I really enjoyed it. So. All right, so we got that side done, and then this side's a little more difficult. So let me try and fuck. Let me try and get some of this glue off. I wish I had a napkin or something around here, but I don't, because I'm an idiot. All right, so we got that big chunk of glue. Try to wipe that down. Let's see, okay, that's a good spread. And then let's see. I think my favorite monster out of the whole entire show so far is the smaller mind flare in the hospital scene. That thing is just so fucking creepy and disgusting. And there we go. And I'm trying to just I can glue that down into there. And then let's see, bring this out. And then there we go. Okay. Almost done with the Optimus. And you guys don't have to suffer through watching me glue shit because I know this is really terrible content. And glue those on top. Come on. These little tabs don't really want to work with me right now. There we go. And come on. I can't get the right amount of glue on this. It's either too much or it's too little, and it's really pissing me off. And there we go. Trying to keep that even. And let's get the head. And of course I bent the ear. And plug that onto the bottom. Try to even it out. Ooh, that is certainly not even. Let's see, maybe I can wipe that down just a bit. And there we go. So there's most of an Armada Optimus Prime right there. All right. Sorry, I'll go back to the comments. Did we ever get a Mind Flare toy? I don't know. Millie Bobby Brown has been in other things too, like yeah, I know. Finn Wolfhard is in going to be in the new Ghostbusters film, and then he's also got another film coming out. He's been in Game Grumps, Super Mega, and stuff like that. I did that with the first season of Breaking Bad. From midnight until 6 to 7 in the morning. Wow. Transformers and Lego? I'm not sure. 2 weeks ago, and a guy was selling a box of G1s for $25. Inferno, Cup, Point Blank, Trigger Happy Pipes, and much more. And so I took the lot. Wow. Wow, that is awesome. I want to get more mini bots though. I was going to get a Huffer from Toy Fair, but again, I spent so much on that Soundwave that I couldn't get it. I couldn't even get a $10 figure anymore. Yeah, after I was done getting the Soundwave, the guys at the Toy Fair know me, and they allowed me to get a bag of Bionicle parts. And so, well, I got a bag of Bionicle parts, and then that was pretty much it. Then I went back around and just to film, and yeah. See, cut. Yeah, some people don't like the fact that I go to the Toy Fair, but and buy a lot of stuff, but it's what I enjoy, you know. And it doesn't happen often anyway, so. Okay, so I got one arm. There's the other arm. And essentially after this, we're mostly done, but I gotta cut out the arm with the gun in it. I would like to do more videos where I'm just, you know, cutting something or talking to people. I would like to hook up OBS so that maybe I can, because I can do that easily. I've done it before, but I would like to have other people involved with this so that it's not just me boring or being boring and talking about stuff and cutting paper and whatnot, because I'm sure this is not everyone's thing. But if you guys like to see these Papercraft Transformers, it's on Blogger, I think. If you want to know the URL, I do have the website up. I just don't have the link set up in the description, but I do have it somewhere on the tab. Yes, I do. Paper Cybertronians, all one word, or sorry, Paper Cybertronian, all one word, .blogspot.com. See if I can copy it. Come on. Nope, that is wrong. There we go. Okay, there we go. So if anyone wants to, you know, try any of them, there you go. P.S. Did you ever see SS38 in the stores near you? Couldn't find anywhere. Should have bit the bullet and bought him online. Evangelist was saying it never showed up on the East Coast either. What specifically is SS38? Is that the Bumblebee movie Optimus? Oh, actually, before we plug on the arms, let's go ahead and cut this out. You show do Insane Asylum video like this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would right now. I kind of like the pre-recorded stuff we've been doing. Come on. Okay, it is the Bumblebee Optimus. No, I never found it. And the funny part is that it showed up on Amazon for too much. Someone has one and they're sending it to me apparently, but I just haven't heard back from that. Um, so I don't know what's going on with that. But they told me that they are planning on sending one. And what was I getting at? It's just weird because we've seen Rampage no problem. Actually, I haven't seen it in stores, but on Amazon it went for regular price. But for the Optimus, barely heard a word. So don't know how that works because they are wave mates. All right, so let's grab the other arm, and we're pretty much done. All we have to do is slide that in. And there is the Armada Optimus Prime all done. And if we want to, we could slide that arm out, take the arm with the gun, just like the combination form, and we plug that right into there like so. Put it right in front of his head. And there we have him with a little gun. Although we're going to take that out and just add a regular arm. And there's Overrun with them too. So there we go. Those are the Papercraft figures that I decided to do for today. The Soundwave and the Optimus. I will try to move all this out of the way so that no one has to feel the disgusting piece of paper. All right, so there's Optimus, and there is the Soundwave. Actually, before we bring out the Soundwave, I just want to say and point out what's included. Where'd the gun arm go? Did I just sweep that up? Pretty sure I just swept that up. Is it up there? No, I'm not seeing it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so for Optimus Prime, you get a gun arm, you get 2 arms that you can plug in, no problem, the head, the torso, to make a complete Optimus Prime. You also get my logo, which you could cut out if optional, Armada Optimus Prime as a little sign, and you also get a bonus included Minicon Overrun. So those are the paper crafts we've done today. We've completed a smokescreen, which will be updated probably this month, just for the hell of it. But yeah, he will come with lifter now, so that's good. I don't know why his arm keeps wobbling around, but anyways. And for the next wave, wave 5, wave 4, by the way, again, I just wanted to quickly mention, has Night Prowler, a G1 recolored Devastator from the movie mold, and a Nemesis Prime. And then wave 5 has Iron Fist. Let's see, just swing these all around. The Optimus Prime Armada, and then here's the Soundwave. And again, Soundwave comes with 2 regular arms. He also comes with a little blaster that you plug in the shoulder, torso, head, little signature sign thing, my logo if you want to print that out, an arm, and a bonus figure, Buzzsaw. So with that out of the way, I guess we're done with those. Vancouver area, yes. One will be Optimus. Oh, yeah, I didn't really see them in the stores. I wonder if you can connect that tiny metal Scorponok Titan Master to that Zarek figure we saw near Comic-Con. I don't see why you wouldn't. Looks great. Did someone say articulation? Did you know that you just get RAD Optimus gun with scrap paper? What? Looks great. They kind of remind me of those SD figs that you could semi-transform. Yes, you could transform them into. Ah, I'm very happy to have Soundwave now because I do have the Megatron and Starscream in the other room. And I'm happy to have some minicons now, just to roam around. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a full-on pack with the minicons right now, but at least I got these. If I'm going to do a pack, they're probably going to be a 6-pack of minicons. And I'm not sure if anyone's going to be interested in tiny. You know what they remind me of? They're like blocky mighty beans. Um, yeah, I'm kind of into the little tiny overrun figure. If I'm going to do a Frenzy and Rumble, they're going to be at the same height as these. So if you want to comparison with Soundwave with what eventually is going to be his little mini bots, that's what that looks like. Yeah, I really do like the lifter. I'm not sure when I'm going to put up some of these repaints. Like, my whole list of repaints that I've got that aren't available right now, I can bring them up. So hard to move this around. I could bring them up real quick. I have them in WordPad. Let's see. But yeah, basically the idea of these is if there's certain characters that you want, these are very simple to do and easy to make, and you could just print them out. Let's see, that's not the list. Where's my list? Come on, list. Come on, boys and girls. Come on, rock and roll. Alright, so the figures I've done so far and figures I've planned. Number 1, Classic Optimus Prime. Number 2, Classic Megatron. Number 3, Beast Wars Cheetor. Number 4, Generation 2 Clench. Number 5, Nightwatch Optimus Prime in the Classics form. Number 6, Armada Smokescreen and will be updated with Lifter. Number 7, Classic Toxitron. Number 8, Movie Devastator. Number 9, Classic Punch Counterpunch, which is a reversible figure. Number 10, Machine Wars Hoist. Number 11, Classic Grimlock. Number 12, Beast Wars Tarantulas. Number 13, Movie Hound. Number 14, Classic Starscream. Number 15, Movie Recolor Devastator. Number 16, Universe Nightcrawler. Number 17, Classic Nemesis Prime. Number 18, and these ones are coming soon, Generation 2 Iron Fist. Number 19, Armada Optimus Prime with Overrun. Number 20, Classic Soundwave with Buzzsaw. Number 21, Armada Jetfire, and will likely come with Commenter. Number 22, IDW Tarn. Number 23, Armada Overload. I always get mixed up with that. And he'll come with the Minicon, I'm assuming. Number 24, Soundwave Minion Pack, which is going to include Frenzy, Rumble, and Laserbeak at least. Number 25, Armada Combine Optimus Prime. That is the combination with Jetfire, Optimus Prime, and Overload. And he might come with Sparkplug. And number 26 is planned for Animated Lugnut. Now for the list of ones that I've made. They're mostly repaints, but haven't released yet. Classic Shattered Glass Optimus Prime, Classic Thundercracker, Classic Skywarp, Classic Acid Storm, Classic Sunstorm, although that might be used for Nova Storm instead. Classic Ion Storm, Universe Ultra Magnus with Overrun, which is a repainted model of, or recolored model of the Armada Optimus Prime. Armada Nemesis Prime with Runover. Armada Power Links Optimus Prime. Robots in Disguise Tow Line. Machine Wars Hubcap. Robot Masters Hook, Beast Wars Shadow Panther, Classic Sound Blaster with Garboil, which is a blue repaint of the Buzzsaw Laserbeak, and the classic shattered glass Soundwave with I think it's laser beak as well. What new papercrafts do you really want to make now? Well, I just told you a little list of ones I'm planning on doing. But as far as ones I really want to do, I really want to make IDW Drift. I think that would be nice. There were a couple of other ones that I have plans for, but I just need to go back on a list to figure those out. Let's see. This is an older list, but G2 Eagle Eye, Classic Shockwave, Energon Ironhide, Universe Classics Onslaught. Oh, IDW Nautica. I also wanted to make, if I could, some animated characters like what is it? Who are the two Constructicons? There's, I think it's Scrapper and Mixmaster that I want to do with a build a figure Dirt Boss. So you would need to print out those things to get Dirt Boss. Classic Megatronia, Classic Pyromagna, Beast Wars Tankor, and the repaint of Tankor, which is Stockade. I'm also looking at the old list of figures I want to release and do in the waves, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do these anymore. Number 27 was going to be Botcon Landshark. It still might, because I really want to do that. And then continuing from that list is Beast Wars Waspinator, Armada Demolisher, Robots in the Skies Tow Line, which I already have a design for. And then Wave 8 was going to be Eagle Eye from Generation 2, and then just some random figure, I guess, because it's just question marks, and then Machine Wars Hubcap. I still might do that, but I think I'm going to add some more repaints. Like Wave 7 might have Thundercracker in it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see. BTW, it's the Generations Alt Modes Blind Boxers. Oh, yes. I remember. The stupid, you pull on the tab on the top, and then their head, or their bodies would transform into the vehicles, and then you do that again, and it would transform into the robots. I hate those things. I really do. The bodies don't really stand up because the head's too big, and they're all spring-loaded, and nothing locks into place, so his legs just fold over, and it's just a terrible design. That's why I like these a little bit more, because I mean, they don't really fall over unless you try to make them fall over. I really like my Nightcrawler in the back. I think my favorite out of these is the smoke screen. There's something I really like about the smoke screen, but I don't know. No, my favorite has to be the Masterpiece Optimus Prime. I think that's the best one. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, I really like that one. Alright, I'm not going to stay on for too much longer. Let's see. I'm trying to put them out. Let's see. Which direction do we move these? Okay. There we go. By the way, I also wanted to mention Sky Shadow is a lot better than the Overlord figure. I really like that Sky Shadow figure. Oh, there's my G1 Shockwave just sitting there. Fantastic design. Fantastic crotch. I just really like how he looks. He's got the classic Sky Shadow look to him. And I love the color scheme. The base mode, though, is way, way, way better than the Overlord one. Is Papercraft Punch Counter Punch Helmet going to be a separate piece? No. You can go to the website and you can see for yourself what Punch Counter Punch looks like. Fantastic crotch. And then Bulkhead's mouth plate. Oh, that'd be cool. If we can make that into a separate piece. I'm not sure if I would, though. What new Papercrafts do you really want? Oh, I already read that. Get the repro labels for it. I don't really go after repro labels. Are you talking about for Sky Shadow or Overlord or what? Man, I really like this figure. They should have done the blue Bascus or something, whatever it's called. I don't know. Maybe Takara will. This website is fucking swish. I like it. Thank you. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, 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 whoa. What's new, pussycat? Wow, 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 wow. Crash Bandicoot. Ah. I just like my Hafu figure. I'm so happy to have a complete Hafu. That's one Matoran that I really wanted to get. And I just so conveniently had the mask to complete it too. I have Matoro, Holly, and now him. Which I think I need to replace a piece from Holly that I might have in the other room now. I'll have to look back. Let's see. Sky Shadow. Okay. Would you do an update to Soundwave to have an accessory to hold Megatron as a gun? I don't know. I don't feel like I need to do that right now. Yeah, I don't feel like I need it. I feel like he's got a lot as is. Plus, also, I didn't think I would have enough room to even do his little minicon there, but apparently I did. Not Soundwave's minicon. I knew I had room to do Buzzsaw, but this little guy to go with Smokescreen. There we go. Just trying to make it easier for people to see all the extra stuff that you get out of these. Oh no! Oh God! Come on! You stupid! Stupid! You keep dropping things. Peter! There we go. I'm not smart. I'm stupid. I know I'm not smart. I thought that this live stream would be a good idea, but it's not. But also, I wanted to make an excuse to do a live stream because I haven't done one in a while. No one ever did a Die Atlas out of the Titans Return Sky Shadow Overlord mold. Yeah, they did. That's a Titans, not Titans Returns, but that's a Takara figure. That's what that big powered pack is. So yeah, there is a Die Atlas now. I mean, it would be cool if Hasbro did it, but yeah. So, anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap it up now. I think this has been going for too long. Oh my God, 2 hours and 43 minutes. Holy crap! What about Sky Gary though? I don't know about Sky Gary. I don't keep track of the names. That's why I did the Clench figure and the Iron Fist and stuff like that. Would you get any of the Transformers model kits? I don't know. I thought about it, but I just don't feel like I need them. The Megatron looks cool, but I like my transformable figures a little bit more. I mean, if I got a model kit, I might do a live stream for that, but I don't know. All right, see you, Jacob. Um, so yeah, stay tuned tomorrow to see my card opening video. I'll probably be doing a couple of new reviews before the end of the month, but we'll have to wait and see because I want to do animated Jazz and animated Black Arachnia. Um, Tonight, I might try to finish editing the Armada Jetfire Papercraft, but we'll have to wait and see because I want to make those two reviews. I definitely do, and we just have to wait and see if I can do those. Most of the time it's going to take up for is writing. That's really my main concern right now. So, anyways, yeah, I like these figures a lot. If you guys do, or if you guys see something that interests you, you don't have to collect the whole line. Just if there's anything that you like, I guess check it out and see if you want to try it. I've had videos on the first 3 waves, just talking about stuff. So with that out of the way, um, that's been my toy haul from Toy Fair as well, because I talked about that. And oh, and I fixed up a couple of other Bionicle sets I forgot to mention. I fixed up Eleak, and I fixed up Kopaka. Although it's not much of a fix-up, I was using a gear piece from another set, and I was able to just swap it out, so that now it's just a full-on Kopaka from new parts that I didn't own, or that I just had either laying around or didn't own previously. So that's good. And then also in the same haul, I got a Tahu blade and a Kopaka blade, so I think I have spare weapons for each of my Toas now. So, with that out of the way, that is pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to those doodads, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, I meant to say Hasbro doing it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. See ya.